and then look at where the spend is going, look at where the government spend is going, where the industries are going, and start to plan on what is it going to take for you to get out there and get some things moving in that space. This is not sexy advice, but it's truth. All right, guys. Coach Austin, Austin Business Strategist, Bankready brand. Getting into this planning. Previous video, we talked about just getting into planning. How do you plan for your company? How do you do research to plan? Mimicking styles and what other companies are doing based on where the money is, based on where the industry is going, things of that nature. Okay. I want to get into now the different types of planning. So let's go with the startup. Working my 9 to 5, sitting at my desk, like, can I just do something outside of this? This is not working for me. I'm done. Show of hands, who's felt that? When I was at Baylor College of Medicine, I loved it there. But some parts of me wanted to get off so I can go work on my real estate portfolio, flipping houses. I enjoyed that just as much as anything else. Love Baylor, love the research, love the cancer research part of it. But there were some days I didn't feel like driving in traffic. Some days I was driving from one side of town to the medical center, 45 minutes to an hour. If I didn't get off at the right time, at 3:30, 4 o'clock, if I'm after 4 in Houston traffic, done. And there's a lot of parts of the country, Atlanta, California, New York, there's all kind of places I've heard of from my clients about just the traffic is terrible. So you're in that space. Okay, let's start 9 to 5 first. You're in that space, 9 to 5. You're thinking about planning to jump out into the entrepreneurial space. Maybe still keep the day job, but have something as a side hustle or whatever. So I will start looking at trends. The SBA puts out trends. NAICS.com, National American Industry Classification System, puts out trends. We want to look at different periodicals that show where the market trends are going. Not what's a hype trend, but where's the money going? I'll always go back to, yes, I'm in government contracting, been there for years. I think we made 18 years this past year. So I'm looking at where's the government spend going. You follow the government spend. Whitehouse.gov has a ton of resources. Um, USA spending, ton of resources. Federal procurement data system, ton of resources. And you see where industry is going. Okay, the government year ends September 30th, 31st, October 1st, but the budgets come out in May. So I will go back to the last couple of years and see what is the projected government spend, what industries is it going into. And for you, what's your skill set? Do a SWOT on yourself. Like, host, is this all part of planning? Yeah. Yeah. Because before you make that first jump, your mindset's got to be right. And your mindset is set, not on how you feel, how you think, on what you think that somebody or a higher power has given you a gift to do something. You can be a good chef, doesn't mean you can run a good culinary business. You can probably edge with a weed eater like nobody's business. You can probably code a computer, you can kill it. But can you run the business side of it? So I would say, if you have a 9 to 5, go talk to HR and go and see what their systems are like. I work extra time, overtime, and look and see what the company does and how your business, your company you're working for at your 9 to 5, how are they doing what they're doing? Look at all of it from how they hired, fire, benefits, the whole bit, and take those skill sets and incorporate those into your business. Okay. And then look at where the spend is going. Look at where the government spend is going, where the industries are going, and start to plan on what is it going to take for you to get out there and get some things moving in that space. So just start there. Just that initial planning out the gate. Okay. So we jumped into the 9 to 5, looking to get into entrepreneurship. Now let's go startup. Okay. As a startup business, and this is not going to be sexy when it comes to planning. It won't. It won't. I hope you have some type of dependable income before you jump out and say, I'm going to run this business. Because failure can hit you in a way because you can have a business plan written. I hope you have one. You have all the things laid out how you want to. That the 0 to 3 years is the hardest to go from no revenue, meaning no one knows you. You're trying to brand, you're trying to market, you're trying to scale something from zero, like there's nothing there. I don't care how smart you are, I don't care how intelligent you are, I don't care none of that stuff. That 0 is hard. So to plan how to jump out, please have something else driving or something to help make sure the bills get paid. so that when you begin to drive revenue, your business plan should show you a break even point. That break even point might be 2, 3 years down the road, might be four. And that break even point should show you once I start selling so many widgets at so many dollars per widget, if you will, this will pay all my bills, my salary, things of that nature. Until you hit that point, what else is helping you? Now, is it a bank loan? Is it investments? I'm not sure. Have you planned for those things? But I'll go to the business plan and these live plans and different shorter plans, they're fine. Actually, they work pretty good. Before a startup, in my 18 years plus experience, being in this industry every day, all day long, it's not a part-time thing for me, and consulting multitudes of clients, working with SBA, working with SCORE, the Apex accelerators, incubator groups all over the place. That plan has to go from here to the research we spoke of in previous videos and writing it down and seeing it through based on what others have done in my market. So I'm not trying to recreate the wheel. I'm following a trajectory and a path. So I go pull down their business plans, pull down their minutes to their meetings, and see what they did along the way. Go to SCORE. It's a free resource, taxpayer dollars. Go to the SBA and talk to them. Go to your chambers of commerce, Black Chamber, Hispanic Chamber, LGBT Chamber, Veterans Chamber, Women's Chamber. Go to those folks, okay? And learn what are they doing? What has other businesses done in the same space I'm getting into? What are the hurdles, et cetera, et cetera? Like, coach, I want to get to making money. This is where you slow down to speed up. If you're trying to jump out there and start selling, and some of you don't realize this, but when you're desperate for money in a way, you sound very salesy to someone who doesn't know you and you're trying to push your product. We gotta be careful with that. The more you study your market and your client base, the easier it is to introduce the solution to their problem over selling. That research you want to have as a startup, make sure you're building an audience, you're building a client base by teaching them the solution to their problems. And the sales will come. Might take 2 years, might take 12, 18, 24 months before you really gain traction. This is not sexy advice, but it's truth. This is where the planning would come in. A lot of due diligence out the gate before you start to really see revenue coming back in. Start teaching and planning to teach, planning to do events for free, planning on going to Chamber of Commerce and galas and this, that, and the third, and offer your resources. Plan for that to happen and where you're going to be so that those chambers and those businesses that are there can see you and then can offer you to come in. And then you have your pricing laid out. I like a 3-3-3 model. Do three for free, right? To get a base in. Let them give you referrals, testimonials, things of that nature. And then do the next three, if you will, at half price. More testimonials, more referrals. Now you've got six per se that you built into. Okay. I'm just using a number, but you've got six per se. Now the next three, you've cut your teeth, you've got referrals, you've got reviews, et cetera, et cetera. Now you can charge the premium price that you know you need to charge, that you can charge, because now you're proven. And now there's no need to go back unless you have like a $9.99, $19.99 type of product to keep things flowing and build your email base. Now we can talk about acquisitions of all these things later on, but sometimes it's good to cut our teeth early before we go and buy a business. But imagine this though, if you're in the space and you do these same things, but then you look at where can I buy an existing business and work with that exiting owner that can do some owner financing and help me leverage an SBA loan during that same amount of time. And now I buy equity, cash flow, et cetera, and put that with the existing clients that I have. Now I've gained clients, I've gained age, I've gained P&L, I've gained a lot in a short period of time. That's how you can accelerate growth and still earn the respect of the industry that you actually started from zero, but you were able to acquire and move forward. Think of that planning as far as that startup phase.